And the female perspective is valuable. You ever see a one-eyed monster? God gave you two eyes to give you balance. When you only see out of the male eye and you refuse to listen to the feminine perspective, you have the kind of world that white folk have produced. A world of bloodshed and murder that has no respect for the womb of the woman and the children that she produces. I'm going to get to this war in the Middle East in a minute. But I want you to hang with me just a few. Y'all all right? You've been so sweet. You've really been so patient with me. But you know, when you're learning something, it's not bad to be patient and to hang in there. Now listen, brothers. When you go to a woman who is created by God to help us meet the objective that God has given us, and she's really given to us to console our minds and give us peace and quiet of mind so that the mind can be strengthened, that you may get back on the job that God gave you to do. Woman is important to that function. So when you ask a man, brother, where you going? I ain't going nowhere. What you doing? I ain't doing nothing. What's happening? Ain't nothing happening. Where you going? I'm going over to my baby's crib. Listen to your language, brothers. I'm going over my old lady's crib. What you going over to a crib for? I'm going over there to play. That's what babies do in cribs, isn't it? They play. And that's what we've been doing with one another. We're playing with one another. You never play with a man, sister, and it's dangerous, brother, to play with a woman. She's not a plaything. Listen now, brother. Do you know, brother, we don't need a woman if we're not going any place? You really don't need a woman if you're not doing anything. You know what a woman gets tired of? You can be handsome. You can be in the gym working all day, building these pretty muscles. But a woman can't live with muscles. She'd like you to have some. Yeah, brother, we got to have a little muscle now. There's no question about that. Those sisters say, ain't he quite a hunk? A hunk of junk. A hunk of what? Ain't he a hunk? Hey, look, sister, you got put in a trick. You married the man. You fell in love. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, he's a doll, ain't he? Oh, he's the leading football star at Tennessee State. Lord, that man could run. You see the way that man run that ball, baby? That man could dunk, honey. I seen him come down the floor, and he just dunked. And I knew I had to have that man. And then he dunked you, didn't he? You got what you wanted. A hunk. A football player that knew how to deal with a ball but didn't know how to deal with you. Oh boy, we all messed up. We educated. It's great education, ain't it, brother? Don't know how to deal with a woman, but know we need one. Lord knows we need a woman. But brothers, the most destructive thing is to go get what you need and you're not prepared to handle what you need. Then you end up 6 months after marriage, 1 year. You know that woman I married? She ain't nothing. And then you see, sisters, he's not what he should be. Not his fault, though. He's been killed. Here, give me 1 more minute and I'll show you that. And when you start beating on him with your mouth, then you really drive that man into the ground. He can't take but so much. The white man has destroyed him as a man. He wants to be a man. He marries you. He loves you. But now you're disappointed because he ain't going nowhere. Ain't doing nothing. Ain't got enough money. Ain't getting up nothing. Then you start saying, I wish that I had married Timmy instead of you. You just make me sick. I wish you'd get up and get out of here and try to find you a job. What? You going into business for yourself? Now look, boy, you know you can't do nothing for you. You better get out there and get that white man job. After a while, the man's so beat down, his shoulders are drooped. He goes out trying to find a job. White folks in Nashville say, I'm sorry, you're overqualified. You're underqualified. He comes home to his wife. Did you get that job? Baby, I looked all day. Honey, let's go in the room and turn down the lights. For what? So you can see. I want the lights on. So you can see there ain't no furniture in the room. Now she beating the hell out of you, brother. Now the poor brother, you see him 6 months later. You turned him into something. You beat him up with your mouth. Beat him down. Talked about him like a dog. You either drive him to that or you see him on the corner. He never comes home. What is he doing? Give me a drink, man. What? Crack. What is that? Oh, make you feel good? Give me a lot of that, man. Now he's high on crack. He feels good for a minute, but he really don't feel good because he's really not what God made him to be. But the world now beating him down, and his woman is his last straw. She's grinding him into powder, not because you're a bad woman, but because you don't understand what the world has done to him. And you finishing him off now. Y'all all right? Now the man gets wild and crazy. He comes home, he's mean. He busts you in your mouth. In fact, he lives in your mouth like a dentist. So you got all these battered women. How many of you get beat up by your husband? Don't raise your hand, I'm scared. But no man is supposed to beat a woman, brother. No man should beat a woman. No man should beat a woman. If you gotta beat a woman, you shouldn't have a woman. No man should beat a woman. But, sisters, he's beat down. And the only way he can prove that he's a man now and assert his dominion but some of these sisters, you want to assert your dominion, they come back with some of their dominion, and that's the end of that. Some of these sisters are some heavy hitters. But isn't that terrible that we're in our homes fighting and killing each other? And our children gotta look and see us abusing one another? We gotta stop the killing, brother. Now, this is directed to the president of the college and to all of us as men. And it is directed not only to us, but to the whites in this audience. Listen. God wants me, President Cox, all of us as men, to be producers. If you become a producer in America of what we consume, white folk will fight us, because in this world they want to be the man and they want us to be the boy. As long as you and I are the boys, that makes white men look big in their eyes. Oh, boy, come here, boy. Pick up my bag, boy. Come on, quick, quick. Come on, boy. Miss Daisy wants you to drive her. Drive Miss Daisy. Boy. But when you say, just a minute, son, I would like to be a man and do these things for myself, then white male power comes down on the black man to crush him. And that's why darkness and light never could coexist. When God said, let there be light, he separated the light from the darkness, and one party called day and the other party called night. And when day comes, night goes, and when night comes, day goes, but they don't coexist. Because two things cannot occupy the same space at the same time. So if the white man wants to be the boss in his own house, like your daddy want to be the boss in his house, and when you begin to stretch yourself, your father said, well, son, it's time for you to get on out of here and get you a house of your own. And I'm saying to you, black brothers, we'll never be a man in the house of our slave master. We can only be a man in a house of our own that we control. We're the producers. We're the ones that are being fruitful and multiplying. Other than that, he will always be your enemy. Oh, now, some white folk in the house. Oh, that's a shame. That Farrakhan is a hate teacher. I knew it was coming. Wait a minute. Before you accuse me, every time you've made an effort, even to do something for yourself, if you start getting too big, he comes and crushes